Welcome back. Gets me every time.
As you guys already know, I am your host, Rose.
And I'm your co-host, Bree.
And today, we're going to be talking about dating. While we're single?
Throw up. It's not really dating for real.
No, it's not. It's like getting to know people, but without like really getting to know them. Because, you know, it's like that 3-month rule that we've kind of talked about. Mm-hmm. But at the same time,
it's really like 1 month, sometimes 2 months, 3 weeks.
Sometimes it's a date and never talk again.
Yeah. Well, it's bad for them.
Bad for business.
Bad for business.
Bad for a lot of things.
Man, who you telling?
You already know.
It's not good.
It's not good at all.
No bueno.
No bueno at all. So let's go into like dating. Okay, so like what would you define as dating? Like what is dating to you, Brie?
Okay, dating to me, if I'm gonna date on somebody, that means we're actually going on dates. So like, you know, we're picking the restaurant, we're picking the activity, we're doing things together, right? But if we're talking, that's strictly just talking, texting, calling, that's that. No link up, no nothing. So I think people, they kind of confuse the two because they think, oh, if I'm talking to you, I'm dating you. No, you're not dating me because what dates have you taken me on? None.
Period.
How about you? What do you classify as dating in your terms?
So like dating, so for me, like dating is just like you're going out on dates, you're getting to know the person, but you're not like in a relationship with them. Mm-hmm. So you can date as many people as you want because you're a single woman.
Right.
You feel me? So, I mean, going out on dates, I would say dinner, activities, fun activities like
bowling, drinking,
movies,
arcade,
like any fun activity or just an activity in
pottery
general.
class, paint sip.
Ooh, paint sip.
Come on, paint sip.
Those are actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
I've never been on one like for a date, but
it's a good idea. Men, y'all should take women out on dates more to paint and sip. Y'all would have fun.
Yeah, when I was with the one that got away, we actually did that. Where like we had like not out in public. It was during COVID, so we had done like
at the crib.
We did like a little wine and paint, like
that's cute
in the basement. Yeah,
some music, some candles.
Yeah, he I don't really remember what he was trying to draw, but I ended up drawing like I drew like a rainbow.
That was
with
it.
Like a cloud, like clouds on the bottom of the rainbow.
Uh-huh.
And it was like abstract. I was kind of drunk.
Oh,
so
interesting.
It was an abstract piece of work made by yours truly. It is going for sale.
Etched by Rose.
It is for sale.
What?
Not Etched by Rose. Hold on. Etched by Rose sponsored my shirt today. Thank you to me.
And one of the many men I'm talking to sponsored my shirt today. Thanks.
Hey. We love that for us.
Yes.
We love that for us so much.
So shout out to you.
Shout out to me.
And her.
Because, you know, Etched by Rose is amazing.
Yes.
If you guys need shirts, crew necks, pens, wristlets, anything customized,
hit your girl up.
Hit your girl up.
She's got you covered.
We've got you covered.
Oh. Bum, 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 bum.
So when you go on a first date, obviously you want to get like the vibe of the person.
Right.
So do you like what would make you want to sleep with the person, or like what would be like, never mind. Like I thought about it and it's just a fat no.
All right. So
like, do you let them hit on the first date?
All right. So if I'm really wanting to know somebody, I'm not going to let them hit on the first date. Because I feel like, I mean, you can. Some people do that, and that's cool. Shout out to y'all. Kudos to you. Good for you. But me, like, if you trying to take me seriously and you are as serious as you say you are, like you're gonna respect like not having sex with me on the first date. Like you realize like if you're gonna be here for longevity, like we're gonna have time to have sex. Trust me. And
Lots
a lot of it.
sex.
And a lot of it, okay?
And that's period.
And that's not period. Because come on, I'm like a little bunny rabbit. You know what I'm saying? Take me outside.
A little Energizer bunny.
Energizer bunny. But yeah. But if not, and I know like after the date, like it's just like, it's just gonna be on some like fuck buddy or like I'm just trying to hit it and quit it type stuff, like yeah, I'll let you hit on the first date. So just know, and if the shoe fits, apply that hoe. If I ever let you fuck on the first date, I knew it wasn't gonna be worth it. And that's the tea. That's the truth. Whew. Yeah, so, and if I didn't let you fuck on the first date, you had some potential and you still fucked it up because I'm still single, so. Sorry.
Ain't that
sorry,
the
not
truth?
sorry.
So
what about you? Hold on, don't think we finna let this slide. Nah, say your truth, Rose. Go ahead.
So a lot of the first dates that I went on this year,
Damn. We know the answer to this, but go ahead, tell them.
I let them hit on the first date.
Hey.
Now there was one.
Ooh, baby.
There was one that did not. No, sorry. There were two that did not hit it on the first date. One, because I was like, I'm not going to ever fuck this man. And the second one, I was genuinely trying to get to know, but then got ghosted after the second date.
Damn.
I was like, oh, okay.
So that's how you feel. Aye.
Yeah. Ain't that
some shit?
literally is.
Tragic.
But he did hit after the second date, now that I think about it. And then I got ghosted.
Crazy. He got what he wanted, and then he was like, bye, bitch.
And,
Crazy.
let's get into this. Hold on.
That's some bitch shit.
No, literally. And, like, if all you wanted was a fuck buddy, you should have said that from the start.
Yeah.
So then there was no wasting of time. There was not, like, that expectation that there was going to be something more, because I would have been fine just being fuck buddies.
Right.
Even though I don't really want those right now, because I'm just trying to focus on myself. But, like,
I understand what you're saying, because I feel a lot of time is wasted with people because they say they want something that they don't really want. Like, you just saying that shit just because, like, you trying to get at me or get me to open up or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You just saying what you got to say so you could get in my pants. Not you talk to me out of my drawers. No. Now we just talking here and my panties on the floor. I'm confused.
Bookie, what happened?
No, literally, what happened?
How did this happen? How did we get here?
Literally.
Oh,
Stop.
man.
It'd be bad. Like, you're just wasting my time at that point. Like, you ain't even have to do that. You could have just been like, all right, I'm trying to fuck. Okay, I understand it, because some bitches, they don't be going for that. But, like, with me, I always tell people I'm the last person you have to lie to, because honestly, I don't give a fuck. So just be honest. Be straight up. Be forward. Say you trying to fuck. And if I'm trying to fuck, I'll be like, all right, come on. But if you be on that bullshit, I'm not going to be on it. Period, point blank.
Period. So, what are some ideal first dates for you? Like, have you had, like, one of your ideal first dates, like, ever? Or if you had to pick an ideal first date, what would you want to do?
I don't think I've ever had an ideal first date. Just for the fact because men are trash.
Period.
And I feel like I want to like that first date when where you get picked up. It's some flowers and a gift waiting in the car in the passenger seat for you, because you know why? You the passenger princess, you deserve all the good things in life, tap in with your feminine side, right? And then you go out, go to dinner, maybe do an activity. Doesn't matter. Maybe like I really want to go on a helicopter ride.
She
Maybe
wants to
one
be
day.
in the Mile High Club, and it shows.
Maybe. Damn. I'm trying to get crazy in a jet plane. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see what all the celebrities talking about. I'm trying to see if it's worth it or not. But that, or maybe like a pottery class, cause I like what was that?
Ceramics?
Ceramics. Yes, that's what the class is called. I really like ceramics. Shit. Make it a 2-part day. The one time you go, you got to build it, whatever they fire it, and then the next time you go back and you got to paint it, and then the third time you go pick it up, and it's like, oh, we did that together. So cute. Mwah. But something simple like that. Maybe go back to the hotel. If I'm really feeling you.
Hotel.
Yeah, at the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. Do 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 do. Me in the hotel room. Pitbull.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, so that would be my ideal day. It's just just let me be. Oh, open my doors for me. That's the real kicker. I'd be like, ooh, you can have my money, you can have my bag, you can have anything else you want to have. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, but yeah, that's the real. That's what I need in life. I'm still waiting on that though, so we'll see.
So sad.
I know, right? Just bottom of the barrel. Like no one wants to put in effort anymore. So it's like, why would I put in effort?
Felt that.
No one wants to be married. Everybody wants to have situationships.
Oh, we can get into situationships, but that shit's trash.
It's literally fucking trash. No fucking thank you.
So one of my ideal first dates with somebody that I'm interested in, I'd probably be like, well, first of all, I'm very competitive. We all know this. I'm very competitive. So if you can't meet my vibe with that, like it's already no, absolutely not. So I like to do, I'm not going to lie. I mean, it sounds like so lame, so casual, whatever, but I like bowling. I like mini golf. I like race car, like the little, like, the mini carts, whatever they're called.
Yeah, that thing.
So
where
like,
you drive the car, yeah.
Yeah. So
Go-karting.
There we go.
Yep.
Go-karting. So it's like, if I were to beat you, okay, if I was to beat you, I would prefer you to just like be a good sport. And if you can't be a good sport, that's fine. You know what I mean? But then I'm never gonna see you again. And I think it's just because it shows like, Buki, you can't lose. That's shitty.
Literally.
But I mean, I've been on some dates where like I have a first date and I did bowling, for example, and it just was not like, he was like, oh, fuck you, you suck, blah, 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 blah. But I beat him 3 times and he lost, or I lost 1 game, and it was because I let him win. So it is what it is. But I'd prefer somebody to like, be competitive too. And if they lose, they lose. Or if I lose, I'm like, yay, but I'm not gonna. I hate boys. We need men.
Yes, because first of all, it should never even be that serious. Like, if you lose, so what? It's not the end of the fucking world. And if it is, grow the fuck up. Grow some fucking balls, bitch.
Period. So, what are like some things that you've done on a first date?
I've gone to the movies, the bowling. I've been to the arcade.
That's fun.
Recently. Yeah, it's a little arcade place by my house. I've never been. Lived there like damn near my whole life. Never been to the arcade.
I've been there many times.
There. Yeah, it was kind of creepy, but it was cool.
Excuse me.
Gone to the bar, gone to eat.
See, okay, let's get into this real quick. So when you go on a first date with a guy and he's like, let's go for drinks, right? Mm. Is that him being cheap that he doesn't want to spend he doesn't know if he wants to like spend money on a meal? Or does he like, because I mean at a bar, it's kind of like loud. Like how do you really like get to know somebody enough to know that you're like interested? You know what I mean? Mm. Like it's not intimate. Like, I mean, I guess it could be if it's like not busy, but a lot of bars think about it. It's like loud. Like,
Music's playing,
are they
dishes clanking, cups banging, people screaming.
right?
It's a lot going on.
So, like, what do you think about going out for drinks for the first date? Do you think that it's just kind of like, okay, this is do we like each other? Okay, now let's go fuck. Or like, is it okay, we like each other, let's go out to eat? Like, how does one determine?
I guess I've never really given it much thought before. Like, I think that going to the bar, like, I mean, for me, it's a public space. So, like, that checks a box. Like, I know that you're not going, I mean, you might, hey, there's some bad people in this world. But I just feel like, I mean, it could be loud. So people, they want to, like, not really tune in if they have to, because that'd be me. I'll be spacing out. I'll be like, yeah, yeah, whatever you say, yeah. But like, they be saying real stuff, but I just be letting people talk, because I'm like, you're not even serious half the time, but you just saying shit anyways because you're just trying to get in my pants, and it's not giving. But I don't know. I just think that being at a bar on the first date, it's got its ups and downs. Okay. I think that for me, I think it's a good idea because, like I said, it's public. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like, you're only there for a couple hours. Like, you don't have to be there all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, dinner, you got to be there like 2-3 hours sometimes. And then you really got to conversate and get to know this person, when you really could just be like, oh, let's have a shot, right? And then like half an hour later, you're going to be like, okay, I'm going to go home now. So, yeah.
This is fair.
Yeah.
I've only had only one date at a bar. And let me get into it a little bit.
Okay.
So we're going to get into talking about like the different dates that we've been on. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we were talking about bars. So this is why, I was like, let me slide it in here. Mm-hmm. So let me get into it because we were talking about bars. So I got to, we're going to get into it.
Yeah.
Break it down. We had a recording session and then we all went home. And then I went out with my cousin to go get our Pepapino shots.
Without me, these fake ass hoes. I said, this is some shit. We was just together and y'all hoes ain't trying to invite me out with y'all. What kind of fake ass shit is that?
Needless to say, I was like, okay, well, we'll scoop you on the way to the next bar. And she was like, well, actually, Mr. Motorcycle Club Man.
Yes, this guy that I was talking to at the moment, his nickname is a Motorcycle Club Guy.
Period. And he invited her, me, and my cousin to come to the bar because he had a friend that he was trying to put me on with, right?
Yeah.
And, like, I wasn't for sure, like, if this guy was cute. I
didn't know either. We was just going on a whim.
It was a blind
date.
Okay, here we're gonna talk about it.
Okay, so you came and got me, and then we went to the bar. This is the spot that we usually go to all the time. It's our little place we like to go to because they got some far ass fucking tacos, bro.
Period.
So
good.
No, literally. Delicioso. So we went to the bar, we pull up. Of course, I see my little friend there, and we see his friend, and
immediately,
we like.
Immediately, I said to Brie, I was like, that man is going home with me tonight.
Yeah, literally, she was like, yeah, he's fine. And I'm like, all right, bitch. So I'm like.
And, I have a thing for police officers, and her boo thing at the time knew.
No, he literally knew. He was like, that's how he got us into going, because he was like, yeah, my friend's a cop. And I was like, perfect. That's Rose's type. She loves cops. We're there. Sold. He was like, hurry up. Just like, literally driving down the street.
I'm on my way.
Literally.
Let me make sure I look cute.
Okay. He was like, do I look good? I'm like, you look great. But yeah, they hit it off. you know, you can request like the little music or whatever
Oh my
at the
god,
bar.
wait. Oh my god, I forgot about this. So he was like, "Oh, what kind of music do you like?" I was like, "I love country." And he was like, "Oh my god, me too." And then her and dude were like,
Literally, we was
really?
just eyeing them all night. We was like,
And then we started, and then
"These
he was like,
people."
"Well, what's your favorite country artist?" And I was like, "Oh, like Garth Brooks, Reba, you know, like the older ones." I was like, I grew up on that because my mom is like a huge Garth Brooks and Reba fan. So he ended up starting to play like some Garth Brooks songs, and we were sitting there vibing,
singing the songs, and we was just looking at them like,
We were vibing.
They was hitting it off, and I was like, must be nice.
And then he bought us all like a couple rounds of shots.
Oh yeah, we had a couple of shots. We were playing pool, you know.
Yeah. It was
a good time.
He was my pool partner.
He was. And we beat y'all one time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good game.
Yeah, good times. And then we ended up staying till like close.
Mhm.
And then he was driving. I asked him to drive me home. I was a little tipsy, so like I said, I came with my cousin, and Bree came with my cousin. So my cousin went with her friends, and then she went with motorcycle
guy.
Yeah, motorcycle guy. And then I went with Mr. State Trooper Man, and he was driving me home. And everyone was like, text us when you get home, because like obviously we didn't really know him like that, but you know, I let him drive me home. I felt comfortable enough to do that. And we were like sitting there, and we like were talking, we were vibing, and then I was like, I kind of want White Castle. And he was like, I'd be down for some of that. So he was like, okay. And I had made the comment, I think, where I was just like, so you're trying to like take me home? Like what's up? And he was like, okay. So then we started like making out.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. We get into it. So then we started
Wait, y'all was at his place, right?
No, we were in front of my house.
Oh.
I had texted everyone I got home. I was like, I'm home. And we were still sitting in the car. We were talking for maybe like another 30 minutes. And then like I made that comment, and then we started making out. Like he went in for the first kiss, and I was like, hi. So like, you know, I was already vibing, and I was a little tipsy, and you know it's good.
You know, one thing led to another, and
one thing led to another, and I ended up in the man's bed. But
folded like a pretzel.
no, literally.
We're calling this new phase in our life folded up like a pretzel. What's a pretzel? Where we get folded up like pretzels. And we love it.
So I had mentioned the White Castle, then he started making out with me, right? And then he was like, okay, so the real question is, do you want to do White Castle, then go to my house? Or do you want to do my house, then White Castle? And I was like, I think we should go to your house first, because then we can work up a bigger appetite. And he said, that's like the most logical solution that you just came up with.
Literally.
So, of course, we were on the way to his house, and then we were in his bed, and we did the do. And I honestly, like, he was saying, like, oh, like, I'm looking for long term. And this is where I get into the whole, don't lead someone on if that's not what you're looking for.
Literally.
If you're looking to just have sex, just say that, because fuck buddies is fine too, but I'd like to know my place. So he had said that he was looking for more than just a fuck buddy, and I was just like, oh, like, for sure. And then he ghosted me after that, and I was completely fine with it. I mean, I was just kind of confused, and then her friend was like, this is why I don't put my homies on. They're weird.
Literally, we're like, so embarrassing, because not I put you on and then you not acting right, like, not you ghosted them, like, now you put me in an awkward position, like, why would you do that?
And then you had said, or he had said, or whoever said, like, it wasn't like it was bad or anything, it was just he wasn't what he was looking for.
Literally.
And I was
like, then why would he say that? What was the point?
Like, why say something to me but say something different to your friend?
Literally.
Make it make sense.
2 + 2 is 4, and motherfucker, this is adding up to 7.
Period.
It's not making sense.
So, since we're kind of already on the topic, you might as well just talk about Mr. Motorcycle Man.
Mr. Motorcycle Man. We just recently broke up, you guys, so.
You guys weren't together.
No, I know, but we still broke up.
Okay.
Okay, sometimes you just gotta break up with your little situations, you know. And we went on a couple of dates. I think the first day we went to the arcade, like I talked about earlier. We went to the arcade and then we went to one of the bars that's across the street from the bar we usually go to.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I was getting wasted up in there. That lady, like, say this the bottle, right? Ooh. Say this the cup. She literally put this much of liquor in there. And then I filled the rest with juice. And I was like, ma'am, I know this man. It's okay. Like, I don't got to get that wasted. And I had, like, after, like, 2 tequila pineapples, I was like, yeah, I need some Red Bull. And Mr. Motorcycle Guy was like, yeah, you need some Red Bull because they keep trying to put you down with all this liquor that they keep putting in the cup. I said, I know, right? Crazy.
We like a heavy-handed bartender.
Oh,
though.
we do. I was living La Vida Loca. You know, I was having a great time. But it was just a lot. I was like, man. I was like, after 4 drinks, I was swimming, you know, going for a dive. But yeah, that was our first day, and then did we go on another day after that? Awkward.
I don't know,
we
but you
did.
guys hung out.
We hung out a lot. We tried to like make. He was a woulda, coulda, shoulda type of person. And so it was like, oh, I would have did this if you weren't, or I should have did this, or I could have did this. And I was just like, I was just kind of over his shit. And I was like, you're just such a sorry motherfucker. Like, you just not, like, after that first date, like, that was it. I had such high hopes, but nevertheless, he fell.
You know what you told me?
Yeah.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Oh, my eggs was definitely not in one basket, but.
Oh, I know. But he was
didn't know that.
He was
He
the
thought that.
main.
He was.
He was the main.
Yes, I gave him a lot of my time, but that's because the other people wasn't doing what they needed to do. If they was doing what they wanted, what they needed to do, I would have distributed the wealth a little bit, but they wasn't doing what they needed to do. So he was getting all the time because, he was calling me. He was texting me every day. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, good night, good afternoon. So, yeah, we had to end it, though. So, womp. That's why we're talking about him on the podcast.
Womp, womp. Wait, no, but actually, though, like, I think I told you, like, if I am, like, talking to somebody or seeing someone or I'm interested in somebody, I'm not going to talk about them. I'm not going to put them I'm not going to put them on blast.
Yeah, we're
on the
not going to
podcast.
put you, like, if it's a current situation, I'm not going to put you in the podcast. But
Not
if
at
the
all.
situation is already done and handled, guess what? It's free to go on the podcast. Like, it's
Free game.
literally.
So, okay, since we're already talking about police officers, let's talk about Mr. Academy Man.
Ooh.
FYI, he is in the police academy. If you guys didn't get that.
Moral of the story, Rose likes cops, if you didn't get it by now.
Yeah, there's a lot of them, guys. I'm so sorry.
She has a type.
I ain't got no type, but I do.
Bad bitches is the only thing that I like.
So, so I was talking to this guy for maybe like 2 or 3 weeks before I actually met up with him. But I was talking to him, and the first night, like, we were vibing, and I finally gave him my phone number after like a week of talking on Tinder, because Tinder. So I ended up giving him my number, and he ended up texting me. And we were talking for a little while. Excuse me. And then because like I saved his number in my phone, of course he popped up on my Snapchat as people I may know, right?
Of course.
Naturally, what does Rose do? Rose goes and adds him on Snapchat. Make sure he is what he says he is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Snapchat
verification
verifies.
Yes.
So I had obviously I had seen his name or whatever, so like I do my due diligence with research now after Mr. Cop Man. I do my due diligence.
She learned her lesson the first time.
So, like, of course, I looked him up a little bit. Saw, like, you know, he was single, or at least what I thought was single. And he seemed like a really nice guy, such a sweetheart, down to earth. Like, I have nothing really negative to say about him. Nothing really negative to say about him. So he was like, let's go out to eat. And I was like, okay, for sure. Like, do you have an idea where? And he was like, let's go to Chili's. I was like, oh, I've never been to Chili's.
Chili's.
We'll go to Chili's.
I've never been to Chili's.
We'll go. And I like asked a couple people, I'm like, how's Chili's? Was it good?
I heard it was good.
So we ended up going there, and we were there for like a couple hours. Like, we got our food pretty quick. And we were talking a lot, and it, you know, we were just vibing. And then at this point, this was the first time I was ever meeting him in person. So I was like kind of nervous. I was kind of like, oh, I don't know. Like, I'm not really big on meeting people without like other people around because I'm like sussed out. But he seemed really nice. So, you know, that was that.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, now that I think about it, before I did go out with him the first time, my cousin, her boyfriend was a mutual friend with him on Facebook. So I was like, do you know this man? And like, is he nice? And she was like, let me ask my boyfriend. So she asked her boyfriend, and the boyfriend was like, yeah, I know him and his brother and blah, blah, blah. They're very nice guys, down to earth. So I'm like, okay,
Of course.
maybe this is like, you know, maybe this will be something. And I was actually interested in getting to know him. We went on the first date. And then, like, we talked, like, here and there throughout the day, like, because he was in school and stuff. Like, he was focusing on that, and I was focusing on my small business and, you know, just doing my own thing. And then I want to say we went on our second date, like, a week later, and he took me for breakfast. And then we went shopping after.
Shopping, and this bitch didn't run this man's fucking money. Like, this bitch is dumb. Didn't run it back. I would have been, can I get this and this and this and that?
No. So then after we were done shopping, we went back to my house, and we had watched a movie. Actually, 2 movies. I don't really remember the first one. And then the second one I fell asleep to. I did fall asleep on this man. Like, literally on his chest, fell asleep. But, you know, we did the do after the second date. And then, like, we had talked a little bit after, like, he had left that day. Because I did fall asleep. Then he was going over to wherever he was doing. And then we talked a little bit that day and, like, the next day. And he was like, oh, it was so great. Blah, 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 blah. And then ghosted me.
Ooh.
I was like, oh, okay. And then didn't give me, like, and not that I need an explanation, but, like, didn't say anything, ghosted me, did not respond to, I think I messaged him, like, once or twice after that, like, a hey, and he just left it on read, like, after hours of leaving it undelivered, and then didn't respond. So I was like, oh, okay, so this
Love that.
I'll move on to the next. And I did.
Next caller.
Ba-ding. Had no problem moving on. And then 3 weeks later, after all of that, he hit me up and was like, oh, by the way, I ghosted you because you wanted to see me too much. And I was like,
Not for real.
you asked me the first time, and the second time I asked you. So when did I ever message you except for when I was drunk and I was like, you should come out? And then you told me, I'll let you know. Let me see if I can make it happen or whatever. And then ghosted me and then never talked to me again after that. So make it make sense that I was like doing too much, because I wasn't. He made it up in his head.
Delulu.
Literally Delulu. And then still have yet to talk to him. I don't give a fuck. He has been on my Snapchat, been swiping up on stuff, and I'm like, Sir, you had your chance. You blew it.
Literally fucking blew it. Stupid. Sad.
I didn't go on a date with this one, but he is this very attractive guy. He owns a fine establishment.
Oh.
And I think he's like so attractive. I'd totally be down to go on a date with this man. And he's like older. You know, he's like in his 40s.
Yeah, I was about to say he look fucking 40, bitch.
But he is so fine. You know what I mean? Like, totally would hit it and quit it. Or hit it a couple times and then quit it. But the reason why I'm bringing this one up is because
Well,
Mr.
recently,
Security Guy, Bree.
ah,
Who was Mr. Security Guy?
well, a few weeks ago, we did go to said establishment because it was Rose's best friend's birthday.
Her 24th, but if you want to say it is her 6th birthday because she was born on a leap year.
Yes, period. And we had a little section. You know, we've already been to this place a couple times before, so we're very familiar. And Rose and her friends. I was at work, so I came later than everybody else. And when I got there, they were already very drunk, everybody. And I was just like, what is going on? And they're like, yeah, we finished the bottle of Kettle One. Is that what it's called?
It was Kettle One. We finished a whole bottle before she got there.
And it's a fifth. Like, the bottle is like this fucking big. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm looking at it. I'm like, there's nothing in there. I was like, oh, shit. And they're like, yeah, we're going to get the second bottle of tequila. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So, I'm thinking we're all going to drink this, right? Oh, no.
Wait, no, wait. Hold on, wait. So I said we were going to get so we had to get 2 bottles because
I know.
the time we were going to be there.
I'm going to talk about it right now.
Sorry.
And just when I thought I was fooled with only 1 bottle. Oh, no. Rosie's like, we're getting another bottle of vodka. And I'm like, bitch, what?
And then they brought out the sign that says
Literally.
happy birthday.
Literally 2 bottles.
And they were like, hey.
And I'm like, oh, fuck. And in that moment, I knew that we had fucked up, okay? Because I'm like, ain't no fucking way. We about to, first of all, it's already 4 of them. I'm not touching the vodka bottle at all. I don't do that, no. So I'm like, there's one person drinking the tequila bottle while 4 other people are trying to attempt to drink this other vodka bottle. I was like, I don't know if this is going to work. But nevertheless, I know how to turn up the party.
Period.
And it was some girls in the section next to us with some meals, and they just looked like they was not having a good time. They just looked like they were standing there just waiting, So I took go over to the girls. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was like, if y'all come in this section and shake y'all ass, I'll give y'all some shots. And what they do?
They came in here, I'll do an example of what they look like.
And what they do, they did exactly that. They came in this section to shake their ass.
They shook their ass. Wait, didn't someone have like dollars? I swear someone had...
No one had dollars.
Oh.
No, you imagined that.
I imagined it.
They brought their ass. They got some shots.
I was filling their
no, literally Rose was oh god.
Rose was
Rose,
Becky.
You lucky that you have a friend like me.
Becky was out in full-fledged.
Because Lord.
Becky was out, okay?
Out and about. Becky is her alter ego. I don't think they know.
Oh.
They don't know.
Okay, so when I'm drunk, like very drunk, my alter ego's name is Becky. It's short for Rebecca. There's no backstory behind this at all. It was just a name that we came up with. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's mine, and yours is
mine is Diamond.
Yeah,
Diamond was maybe a little present, maybe towards the end of the night when we were leaving, but not during the whole time we were there.
Yeah, no. Because...
No, I had to be sober to make sure everybody else was okay because that's how drunk they was.
And I'm usually the one that's the most sober, watching everyone else.
Yeah,
or we have
never
someone else that's a little bit sober than both of us. Yes. So then we can,
Yeah, we'd be cool. Yeah. So. Yeah. After the night ended, I just looked at me and the security guard. We just kind of locked eyes and we just like, it's been a night.
So as we're getting ready to go,
yes,
we're outside at this point because security was like, you guys got to go outside.
Yeah, because they started fighting. They was fighting inside. And Rose, she really had to pee. And so I went up to the security guard.
Well, first he came out to bring out my friend's birthday sash.
Oh,
that
was
his attempt.
That was number one.
That was his attempt to try and get at my girl over here. Rose was so drunk. she had sent something to Mr. Copman.
To a couple of people.
Well, to a couple of people, but mainly Mr. Copman. And this is what started me and Bree fighting in the middle of the street. Not really fighting.
No, we wasn't fighting in the middle of the street. We was on the sidewalk.
We were in the middle of the sidewalk, and like she was yelling at me. She's like, "Give me your phone! Give me your fucking phone!" And I was like, "No, I'm good. I swear, I didn't do anything." No,
literally,
wrong.
Rose is like, "I'm good the whole night." I'm like, "Bitch, no, you're not good. Stop saying you good, bro." And you're like, "No, I swear, I'm good, bro." And I'm like, oh. I'm like, this bitch. I'm like, whatever. So I literally snatched her phone out of her fucking pocket, and I'm like, "Bitch, give me that shit." And then whole time, your friend is talking to the security guard about why Mr. Copman is blocked and why you shouldn't be texting him. That shit was so funny. I was like, I am so sorry. But then I went over there. This is when Diamond came out, because I really don't remember what I was saying to this man. But I was talking my shit. Just know that. When Diamond come out, she is talking her motherfucking shit, bitch. Just know my girl got my back, okay? She's looking out for the both of us. And so, I'm talking my hot shit to the security guard. I'm like, yeah, I'm not like the rest of these bitches. Yada, yada, yada. Yada, yada, yada. And so we ended up exchanging numbers. And we went on a date to a bar restaurant in Pilsen on Taco Tuesday, and we had a good time. We was talking some more shit, and then I didn't know what the vibe was, so I didn't order like a drink or nothing like that. And then he was like, "Oh no, you can order a drink." He was like, "My liquor's in the car," and I was like, "Oh, so like what do you be drinking on?" And he was like, "Tequila," and I was like, "Oh, what kind?" And he was like, "Oh, Don Julio and Añejo." I said, oh, okay. I mean, I love Don Julio, but Añejo, that shit is spicy. Oh my God. I was like, you strong for that. So after, dinner, we went out to the car. And we smoked a blunt too, so that was cool. So we was smoking. And then actually it was pretty smooth. The Don Julio, I was like, you are putting me back onto the Añejo, because this is smoother than the Blanco. And I was like, oh no, I like this. But yeah, we ended up getting very intoxicated after that. But it was cool, but he ghosted me too, so fuck him. I don't know.
Don't we just love a story of getting ghosted?
Literally, and I didn't even do nothing. We was having a normal conversation, and the man just never texted me back. So I'm like, okay. Men want us to double text them. I don't understand that. I'm not about, especially, okay, if you're not my man, I'm not going to double text you.
Right.
Not that I think it makes me seem thirsty, but it makes me seem a little thirsty. I want to try to talk to you, and it's not even like that, because, it's no pressure at all. No pressure, at least not for me. Because I don't even be on that type of time, because I just know how boys are. They just waste your time. So I'm not going to waste nobody's time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we ain't spoke since then. But, oof. Yeah.
So that's crazy.
Correct.
If we ever go back to that establishment, which I'll be there on Saturday. I guess I'll see that man, because I've seen him there multiple times.
No, he said he just started recently working there.
I know, but think about how many times I've been there recently.
Yeah. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah. And the crazy thing is, we were talking at the date, and I was like, so when did you start working there? Because this is my first time seeing him. And I was like, because as soon as I went in there, the first thing that I said was, where are the other security guards? Because I was like, I'm looking for the hub. Shake that ass, bitch, and I couldn't find them, so I had locked eyes with a security man, so period, for no reason, wasting my time, stupid. But yeah,
don't we love a waste of time?
Literally.
Speaking of wasted times, Mr. Copman. So we've never really gotten into depth about the dates. We've went on 2 dates that were official dates. So the first one was before.
Only 2?
Only 2.
And Wait.
We were seeing each other for what, 5 months?
That's crazy.
Right. So the first one was a week and a half before I found out about his girlfriend.
Oh.
That date was great. We got to know each other. We learned more about each other. And then, of course, it was obviously after we did the do a couple times, he took me on the date. And then we obviously actually we didn't do the do after the date because I was on my period the first time. So then that was that. I did do other things. Little sucky sucky.
Not a little sucky sucky.
Little sucky sucky.
Sucky sucky.
And then he took me to like a pizza place that's by his house, and it was actually pretty good. And then we went back to his house and like we watched a movie, and then I did the little sucky sucky, and then that was that.
Damn.
And then
Twice?
I went home. No, I did it after.
I keep forgetting he don't give head. Sorry.
No, yeah, he doesn't. Yeah.
Woo, man, I'm glad we cut them type of people off. Cause man, oh man.
And then the second time we went on a date was in January, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in January before we cut things off. So, yeah, so we went on the second date, same place we went to for the first date. And the whole time, like the first time we went out, he wasn't on his phone at all. I wasn't on my phone at all. Then the second date, like he was on his phone a lot. He kept playing music. And one of his favorite singers, whatever you want to call him, artists, is Jelly Roll. He's a country artist.
What?
Jelly Roll.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is he fat?
Yeah. Yeah, but he's a good singer.
Okay. I'm not knocking it. I just wanted to know why his name was Jelly Roll, but
I don't know why.
that explains it for itself. He gonna make these rolls like jelly. Okay.
So after the second date, like during the second date, he was on his phone a lot. So then I was on my phone, and then we went back to his house, and obviously we did the do. And then, it is what it is. There's not too much dates with this guy. So, it was mainly just sex because we were just fuck buddies.
Tomato.
Just wait until his episode drops because it gets into so much more depth.
To be determined, people. Stick around and you fuck around and you'll find out.
Period. If you want more juicy, intimate details, you're going to get them.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. So, Bree. We're going to talk about Chase.
Yeah, let's talk about Chase.
Chase's
name. Yeah, that's not his real name.
She thought his name was Chase whole time, and then they finally like met up, and his name was something completely different. She's like, "That's wild."
I don't know. For some reason, he just looked like a Chase to me, and his name was not Chase at all. It was just like it didn't rhyme, nothing, like not even close. And so, it actually, the only date we went to this little Italian restaurant. It's actually by your house, and he said that the reviews looked good, but that's the day I went, and I was very hungover. That was the next day. After we went to the club. So yeah, I was very hungover. Because at Casamigos. Woo. Yeah, so I was very hungover. I was like, I'm gonna die. Literally. So we get the food and it was not good at all. Like, I was so disappointed. We were so disappointed. Like, he was bragging about like how Italian he was, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm Italian too, guy. Cool. And so we ate. That was that. And then like we just smoked. Oh my God, so embarrassing. So we went back to my house and we were just like chilling in the back, whatever, in his car. So we just smoking and stuff, and my dad comes out.
I remember this.
He's like, oh, hey, yo, Brie, who's this? And I'm like, huh? He's like, you gonna introduce your friend? Yeah, because, like, I swear, this is gonna sound really bad, but every time my dad catches me with a man, it's not the same man ever. Never the same man. And so he's like, is this the dude that be having your seat pushed all the way back? I'm like, hey, yo, chill. Because this is the first time we ever met in person. I'm like, this man has never been in my car before. I'm like, bro, chill. He's like, just tell me what you want me to be. I was like, just be cool, bro. Just be fucking cool. I was like, you're fucking killing it, my guy. And I was just like, what? And he just didn't understand what my dad was saying at all. And I was just like, thank God. Because I was like, whew. Because if he really was like paying attention to anything that he had said, I would have been like, oh God, embarrassing. Then I would have to sit there and explain everything. And I was like, I just don't have time for that. But yeah, he said he was going to see me the day after that, after he got off of work, because he said he worked up right up the street. And he never came, we never hung out. And then, yeah, we just stopped talking after that. So he ghosted me too. So fuck all y'all right now for all this ghosting bitch ass fucking shit that y'all doing. Like, what the fuck?
Period. So I don't know if I would count this as a date.
Okay.
We talked about this a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to call this one my first because he was my first. And he wants to be my last, but let me tell you.
Oh, Lord, no.
Just because you're my first doesn't mean you got to be my last. However,
Literally.
we've had a lot of, like, deep conversations where, like, we met each other at the wrong time, but he's, like, the right person kind of thing, you know? I don't know.
No.
So,
yes, but no.
So in the span of, like, so I had not seen him since I was a minor. And I had not seen him since I was like 16, and now I am 24. So it's been 6 years since I've seen him in person. So we finally saw each other. He was like, if you want to see me, 16 plus 6, 22. 16. Oh, so it's been 8 years since I've seen him. Wow, I can't do math in my head, obviously. So it's been 8 years since I've seen him. I was still in high school. And then we finally saw each other again at the end of last year and the beginning of this year. And, you know, he was like, if you want to see me, like, come see me. So, like, I did go see him. He got in my car when I got there. And there was no expectations of anything. And we sat and we talked for maybe like 6 or 7 hours until the sun came up. We sat there and talked. I think I showed up at like 11 and I didn't get home until like 7 in the morning. And like we sat and we talked for hours and hours about like what could have been and just like reminiscing on the past. And we talked about if we were to ever get back together, like how would that be? Like what is realistic, right? And the reason why I say I don't know if I could see if this is like a date is because like it was just talking. But I mean, dates are simple. You know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily need to be anything outrageous or anything off like, you know, the top notch, whatever. Like it was just like a simple, I would say like seeing each other again. And then we ended up going to McDonald's when they opened and we got breakfast because we were both hungry after talking for so long.
Ooh, y'all worked up an appetite, huh?
Yeah,
it's
just
like
by
I'm
talking.
gonna work up appetites.
And we had like talked about like so much different stuff. And like it made me wonder like what would it have been like if we were actually like still together or if we ended up coming back together and seeing how that would work. Like, is my first time going to be my last time? Probably not. But I think like romanticizing it in my head like got me.
That's how I feel about we're gonna call him Twitch Boy.
Yeah. But I mean, I had seen him and then I saw him again after that and then we did the do. But we had still talked a little bit before we did the do. And I mean,
talked you until your drawers dropping.
And we didn't like talk again. Oh, we've talked, but we haven't seen each other again since that. And like the conversation, it went from like, he was like, I love you. You know, you're always going to be mine. Blah, 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 blah. Like, you know who's your daddy? And I was just like,
Ooh.
okay. I like when a man talks to me like that, but it's unrealistic right now.
Bookie
we're, we're in like two different parts in our life. Like he's older and I'm obviously younger than he is. And like I'm still in school, I'm in college, and I have my small business and I'm working full time and I'm just trying to like focus on myself, like with my healing and all that stuff. And like part of the stuff that like happened to me in my last relationship with the narcissist and stuff that happened in high school, my ex, my first time, he takes some of the blame. He was like, if I wouldn't have done what I did to you, I don't think that you would have been in the situations that you're in or you were in. So like I'm so sorry, like I blame myself for this. And he was like trying to like take away that pain and trauma, but like
he's trying to take accountability for his actions,
right, that he never took when we were together, like actually dating. So like that gave him some brownie points, but
doesn't matter.
We had a conversation after we had seen each other, and I was just like, like it's unrealistic for us to be together unless like we both get our shit together. Like I know where I'm at and I know I'm ready for a committed relationship, but like you aren't, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So until you're ready to give me your all, like don't hit me up anymore.
Yeah.
And what does he do? He continues to hit me up, and it's just like confusing because it throws me back. It's just like, well, what do you want? Like if you want me, you want me, and then I'll give up. He was like, are you going to give up all your other hoes? And I was like,
no, stupid. Because what if you don't act right? Now I look stupid because I dropped all my fucking eggs.
So what did I tell him? I said, of course I will. If you're willing to give me your all. And we're together. And we're together. You know what I mean? And he was just like, oh, well, I'll have to blah, blah, blah. And it was just like excuse after excuse.
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
all right.
I was can't have your cake and eat it too. I'm sorry. It just doesn't how it works.
So after that, we have not really talked much. And like he'll still hit me up here and there, but like I don't entertain it too much because I told him, I stood my ground and I was like, listen, if you want to be with me, give me your all. Oh, are we going to do it? We're going to do it. So we're going to stand on business. And that's how it's been. We've been standing on business in our single life.
And this is why we get ghosted.
Literally. I mean, it's just so crazy. Like, if you don't want a relationship, just say that. Don't waste our time.
Moral of the story is just say that.
Just say that.
Because listen, life is short, okay? And I don't got that much time to fucking waste. Because I'm trying to get my shit together. And if you're not trying to make that easier, then just move the hell on and get out of my face. Go bother the next bitch. Go ruin her life.
Yeah.
Don't fucking ruin mine was already ruined a long time ago, okay? And I'm just starting to get that shit back together 4 years later. So
we love that. So, Bree.
Yeah.
Oh, you have one more.
Oh. Ooh. Yes.
So let's debrief. Let's talk about this one.
Talk about it. This man, we're gonna call him Muscle Man, and no, not like Muscle Man off of what's that one show? Regular Show. Not Muscle Man off a regular show, but we met online through a dating app, of course, where I meet not all of them, but majority of the men I talk to. And yeah, so he looks okay. He looks good in his pictures, whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. While I'm talking to a motorcycle guy, I'm talking to him at the same time, because you
can never have just one.
Never gonna have just one. You gotta have options in case someone doesn't work
right.
out.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Mr. Motorcycle guy, he got kicked out the club. So now we're not resorting, but we're spending a little more time with other people. So we've been meeting up for the past couple of weeks, maybe a month. Damn, it doesn't seem that long, but it kind of has been that long. But We've been to the movies a lot. We've been to Olive Garden. We spend a lot of time together. We smoke, indulge in some drinks sometimes. We are planning more dates though.
Okay.
Coming soon. He has a lot of plans, future plans for us.
That's hopeful.
Yes. And I know this sounds a little bit crazy, but I told him that I wanted to be married, engaged by my birthday next year. Oh, I just told him. I was like, yeah. So, because, men, they talk that, they like to talk, whatever, be loud, and, they claim they want to be serious. I said, okay, well, if you're serious, then I want to be engaged by my birthday next year. Yeah. So.
To be determined, guys.
To be determined. I don't know if it'll last that long. Because, men are full of shit. But we'll see.
All right.
Yeah, so to be determined, y'all.
So we kind of just, for you just talked about some upcoming dates that you have with this man.
Yeah.
Do you have any other ones?
No, not at the moment because everybody ghosted me and yeah, so I have to rebuild my report.
Your roster.
My roster. Yeah. So to be determined, y'all. I know I say this every fucking episode, to be determined, but it really be to be fucking determined because people don't know how to act. So, I lose your man this morning, get a new man by tonight, so you know how it goes.
I love you.
I could be never sad over you, Bookie. Just know that.
Period.
Because one man won't do, another will. And just because you didn't give head doesn't mean this man won't. Or already hasn't.
And
And devouring like cake.
So I have an upcoming date.
Oh, you do have an upcoming date.
It is tonight.
Uh-oh.
We are going for drinks.
Uh-oh.
It is to be determined if he will.
Now, is a possibility that this man could slide in them drawers tonight.
Are you asking me?
Mm-hmm.
So I have been talking to him since like January.
Oh, wow.
And like we've been talking on and off. And like we both, like, I was working overnights and he was working, like he works until like I was basically starting work. So we weren't able to see each other. And now I'm back to working regular days now. So it just so happens that like we finally have time to like see each other. And like I've been getting to know him and he seems really nice. He seems like a really nice guy. So will he have the opportunity and the privilege to...
Is he fine enough for you to fuck on the first date? That's all.
Absolutely. But
I need to see a picture again.
you saw the...
I know I need to see it again. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh. But you were paying attention.
I was paying attention.
But you weren't just not to the
Just
not to him, to the other person.
To the other person.
He could get it, but I also like, I mean, I'm not gonna romanticize or fantasize about things, but
Right.
like I could see potential there. So, we're not gonna get into, he's not gonna get a character name yet. But he, we're gonna see the vibes.
Feel it out.
Yeah, we're gonna see the vibes. We're gonna see how it goes, and then maybe next episode we will
Revisit.
we'll revisit that topic.
Yeah.
If it's even worth talking about.
Yeah.
It probably will be.
Maybe. We'll see.
It's Rose. Never
Never a dull moment.
Yeah.
All right.
So we
Shit.
are at the end of our video today,
Mhm.
but I do want to just say you're amazing. I love you.
Oh.
And we love you
I
guys.
love you.
Just a little I'm giving you guys a little sneak peek because, well, not a sneak peek, but a little sneak peek of what's to come. We have a little merch that is going to be coming out
Uh-oh.
for girls just being girls. So we have some shirts, crew necks that are going to be available.
Come on now. We going to have a whole little fashion show for y'all. So, make sure y'all follow our TikTok page. Girls Just Being Girls.
And then we also we can make the crew necks or shirts into crop tops because, we got you.
Love a crop top?
Also can do hoodies, but we're going to have the website in the link below for you guys to order.
Tree.
And then we also are going to have a focal. If you guys don't know what a focal is, you can put it on beadable pens, wristlets, keychains. You can put it on literally anything, cup charms, whatever you want to do.
Your little heart desires.
Etched by Rose will be, providing all of the merch for us. But we're going to have a focal that says Girls Just Being Girls. And it's basically our logo that we have for the podcast on this little focal.
It's so cute, guys.
So if you want to represent us, support us the way that we have been entertaining y'all,
show us some love, man.
Show us love like we show y'all the tea.
Literally. And we got the tea for y'all every other week.
Soon to be every week. We'll see how that goes. We've been on an uphill.
It's been going well.
Yeah, it's been going well. So good enough for us to throw out merch, guys.
Yeah, literally. Come on now.
Maybe we'll even do like a giveaway.
Stop it! Not a giveaway, y'all. Y'all gonna love that. Mm-hmm.
But
oh my god!
I just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
And
go ahead and make sure that y'all follow us on all social media, on Instagram, on TikTok. Make sure y'all go like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And I'm your co-host, Bree.
I am your host, Rose.
And thank you for tuning in to tonight's video.
All right.
Good night,
bitches.